Last week, I bought a collection of 323 vintage Pokemon cards on eBay for $300. Today, I'm going to go through this collection to see just how much value these cards have. As always, I want to give a quick shout out to my subscribers. Thank you all so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave me a comment below. It really helps me out, and I would love to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Before we jump into this video, I want to let you know I will be giving away one rare card from this collection. If you want to enter that giveaway, hit the like button on this video, leave me a comment below, and make sure you are subscribed to this channel with notifications on. All right, let's get into it. This is the box the cards came in. It looks like the seller may have taken the card sleeves out of the binder and just shipped the cards in the sleeves. I hope they're still in the sleeves. We are going to find out right now. Be very careful with this tape. Okay, here it is. As I suspected, there is no binder in here, just the cards, and these look beautiful. I am so excited to go through these all today. I'll examine them one by one and give them an individual valuation as I go through. Because there are over 300 cards here, I think what I'll do right now is go through the rare and valuable cards, show those to you and examine their conditions. Then off video, I'll go through, examine all of the cards here, come up with a total value for the whole collection, and we'll go through that at the end. So these cards up front, these are going to be the most important. They are going to be the rare cards and the holo cards from various sets. So this is a first edition non-holo Dark Charizard from the Team Rocket set. Usually these go for around $100 or more on eBay. This is lightly played. There's some slight edge wear along the top. I am seeing some surface wear on the front, and along the back there's some slight whitening. However, this is in really good shape, especially for not being in a penny sleeve before. And I could sell this for well over $75. I'll be pretty conservative on all of the cards here in my estimations for how much I could sell them for, so I'll stick with $75 for this Dark Charizard. This first edition Jumpluff from Neo Genesis is going to be the next most valuable card in the collection. I'll get another penny sleeve for this one, keep it safe, keep that surface protected, and in its current state, I see a few surface scratches, not a whole lot of wear on this one, and even less edge wear on this. There's some slight whitening along the top here, and this card in a lightly played denirement condition, and I would say that this one is. They typically sell for over $50 on eBay. I'll be valuing this at $50. So $75 for the Dark Charizard, $50 for the Jumpluff. We're already at $125 out of $300. The next most valuable card on this page is this Articuno from Fossil. I'll get a sleeve for this one really quick. It is hollow, and it is pretty decent. There is some edge wear on the top, some whitening. I can see a slight curve in the card right there. It's very subtle, but there's some surface damage on that card. So I would probably say that this card would be in a moderately played to lightly played state. And in a lightly played to near mint state, this card could typically sell for around $25 to $30 on eBay. Given its current state, I would value this card at around $20. Next, let's take a look at this Machamp. It does have a first edition stamp. However, something to note about the base set first edition Machamps is that they're all first edition. No matter what print run they were in, they will always have this first edition stamp on them. If you're looking for a true first edition Machamp, you want to find one that does not have a shadow along the border of the Pokemon frame. Now this one is looking much more worn than the other cards. Somebody did play this with this card quite a bit, and there are some surface scratches, notably not in the hollow as much as around the hollow. interestingly. So I'd probably rate this card moderately played and sell it for around $10. All right, quickly, let's move through the rest of these cards. Lapras from Fossil. This is a holo card, and it does have some slight surface wear to it. The back, however, does not have a lot of edge wear. And in its current state, I'd say that this card could go for around $10 as well. Ninetales from the base set. This is another great card. And let's see. Oh man, this does have some curvature to the card right there along the bottom. Somebody gripped that really hard while they were playing with their brother. Right there. Just like right there, that's where they were playing with it. The back does have some moderately played damage as well. So I'd say that this is moderately to heavily played. So around $5 for this Ninetales card. Okay, moving on, Aerodactyl from Fossil. This is another great card. If it's in good condition, it could be worth around $15. Let's see if it is. And okay, great. No structural damage to the card, just some slight edge wear, a few surface scratches, but this looks really clean. And yeah, this is in really good shape. There's no structural damage at all. There are very few surface scratches that I can see, and the edge wear along the back is pretty mild. So I would say that this card could sell for around $15. Okay, so the next two cards on this page are non-holos, but they are first editions from the Jungle set, and they are pretty valuable cards if they're in good condition. Now this Vileplume looks like it's pretty good. There's some slight edge wear on it, and I will put a sleeve on this one as well. But no overall damage to the card, and just some slight edge wear. So I'd say this card could go between $6 and $7. This Pinsir as well, if it's in good condition, can go between $5 and $6. And there is some, there's more edge wear on this one. The top is kinda janky, but other than that, not much. I'd say this card could go for $4 or $5. So already on this first page, just in 9 cards, we are almost at $200 in value. Given that I only spent $300 on this whole collection, having 9 cards make up most of the value of this collection is a huge win. All right, let's move on to the next page. Wow, just looking through these cards is so fun. And these cards are beautiful. Even the ones that aren't in great shape, it's just so fun to look through them. It's nostalgic, it's history, it's value, it's collection. It's so many things wrapped up into one great product here. And these cards are so beautiful. Okay, 9 cards in, we still have so many to go through. I'll be more selective about which ones that I show moving forward. I don't want to get too into the weeds with this and bore all of you with how many cards are here. Wow, that Clefairy, I thought that was going to be worth more than it is. There's a few bends to the card. This one's definitely heavily played. I'd say that's not very valuable, maybe around $5. Let's see with this Wigglytuff. It does have a lot of surface damage and some edge wear. It's not super valuable. I'd say it probably around another $5 for this one. Chansey from base set. Now this is a beautiful card. There are always going to be surface scratches on these old colorless Pokemon cards from the 90s. These holo patterns and the material they used were the most fragile of all of the cards. So you'll rarely find a pristine Chansey or Snorlax from the 1999 sets. However, this one's in really good condition. I'd say that this card could go for $15 to $20. All right, next page. Now this is where I get sad. This Blastoise, I was hoping that it would be in good condition, but as I was looking through it after I bought the collection, I noticed this line in the card here. If that weren't there, this card has very few surface scratches, and there's some slight edge wear on the back. However, if this bend were not in the card, this would be worth over $100 easily. However, as it is with this damage on the card, I would say this would be around $35 based on recent damaged sales for this card on eBay. Still, $35 is not bad considering I only spent $1 for the card. Okay, Hitmonchan from base set. This is from the Unlimited set, and it's in decent shape. There are no structural issues with the card, and the edge wear is only slightly mild on the outside. I'd say this card could go for $10 to $15 as well. All right, that wraps up the holographic and highly valued cards from the set. There are a few more non-holo cards in here that I want to show you and evaluate to see how much they might actually be worth, such as this Shadowless Dragonair from the base set. As a rare card, it is worth around $25 to $30 if there are no structural issues with the card. I'm seeing some slight surface wear and edge wear to it, however, so I'd probably put this card at around $20. And this first edition Dark Charmeleon is another great card. It does have some slight edge wear on it, however, these cards typically sell for around $15 on eBay. Oh right, I almost forgot about these Entei cards as well. Given that there are 7 of them and they go for around $8, the value for all of them could be around $50 as well. Another non-holo that does have some value to it is this first edition Wigglytuff from Jungle. There is some surface damage on this one and some edge wear. However, in its current state, this card could sell for around $10. All right, I lied, there were more holo cards in here. This Azumarill from Neo Genesis is a great card and could sell for around $20 if it's in good shape. There are some surface scratches on here. However, there's no real edge wear. There's some slight whitening on here, and that's in really good shape. I'd say this card could sell for around $15. And this Lugia card here from Neo Revelation is a beautiful card. It is non-holo. They did not make a holo version of this card, however, so this is the only Lugia card from this set, and this is in fantastic shape. Wow, I love that card. That's worth around $20 as well. This Scizor and Sneasel, they're both rare cards as well from Neo Genesis and Neo Discovery. Those cards could sell for around $5 to $10 as well. And this Unknown A from Neo Discovery is also holo, and if it is in good condition, which it is, that's fantastic. This card sells for around $10 as well. And more rare cards from Neo Discovery on this page. Poliwrath and Espeon, both of those cards could sell for around $5. Okay, that wraps up most of the valuable cards in this collection. There are more in here that could be upwards of $5 to $10. However, I didn't want to spend too much time going through all of them. I will spend some time now going through each and every one of these cards, evaluating them and examining them, giving them all a value, and seeing just how much this whole collection is worth. Okay, that took way too long. There are 323 cards in this set. This is the formula that I use for all of my cards. Whenever I buy a collection or even just an individual card, I normally run it through this formula here just to see if I'll be able to make any money on it based off of how much I think I could sell the card for. So for example, with the Dark Charizard here, I start off by identifying the card name, the set name, and the card number, how much I bought it for, and how much I think I could sell the card for. Then I go through all of the costs for what it will take to sell the card, for seller fees, for shipping, for if I'm going to grade the card, and then all of that will determine how much my margin will be. For this Dark Charizard card, the margin will be $63.82 if I make the buyer pay shipping and if I sell it for $75. So we're operating under the assumption that I will be able to sell all of these cards for the dollar value that I've given them here. So like I said, I use this for every card that I purchase. If I'm buying a card, I want to make sure that the money I'm spending on it can bring me a good return if my intention for that card is selling it immediately or sometime in the future. So for this collection, based off of all of the data that I've put in here and the assumptions that I will be able to sell each card for the dollar value that I've given them, I'm assuming that I could sell the whole collection individually for $1,127.75. That is a massive profit margin over my initial investment. The margin after my costs for selling and shipping fees would be $522.46. The ROI on that being 172.07%. So what that means is I've taken $300, I've turned it into $825-ish. That is a huge ROI. Also, I know from selling that the rare and valuable cards are typically the ones that sell the fastest. So if I wanted to just make my money back as fast as I possibly could and then sell the cards that are remaining over time, I can do that just by selling probably the top 20 most valuable cards in this set. I can figure out just how much I need to sell of the top cards in here by writing out a quick calculation in Excel and summing out the top, let's say 20 cards from 3 to 23 on the item set list. And that equals $422.50 just from these 20 cards right here. If I sold the top 15 cards, let's just take this down to 18. If I sold the top 15 cards, $378.50. All I have to do to make my money back and earn a profit just from buying this one collection is sell the top 15 cards in this collection. I'll be doing that over the next several days. I want to scroll through this whole thing just so that you can see all of the work that I put into evaluating this collection and placing a value on the individual cards here. There are so many of them, so many cards from the different sets from the Wizards of the Coast era, from Fossil, Gym Heroes, Jungle, Neo Destiny, Neo Discovery, all of the Neo sets, Neo Genesis, the Legendary Collection, Team Rocket sets, First Edition sets. There are so many cards here, and I'm really excited to start selling them all to all of you. If any of these cards look interesting to you that you'd want to add to any of your collections, head over to my eBay page. I'll have a link down in the description below, and I really cannot wait to start listing these. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. It looks like I will be able to make my money back on this collection. It's been a lot of fun going through this whole thing with you. It took way too long going through and evaluating all of the cards, but it was worth it. Reminder, I am giving away one card from this collection. I've decided it will be the Lugia from Neo Revelation, the pristine, beautiful card that it is. If you want to enter the giveaway, go ahead and hit the like button on this video, leave me a comment below, and make sure you are subscribed to this channel with notifications on. I'll give away the card as soon as this video hits 1,000 views, and I'll announce the winner in an upcoming video. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on collecting, and I will see you in the next one.